Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Pulse Podcast here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Nate Mullins in Studio Squared with Joey Krajewski.
Yes, sir.
We got the Wizard Greg Kinn running things on the ones and twos, and we also have Eric Hall joining us on the Zoom call. How we doing, Eric?
How's it going, guys?
Not too bad, man. Not too bad. What do you got on there? A little Boston? What 26.2? What's that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Boston Marathon today.
Oh, okay. Boston
Not
Marathon.
me. Not me, but one day.
So that did you get that while you were in Boston?
Christy got this for me when she was there the first time, actually.
That's pretty sweet.
Or no, I got this for Chris' birthday. I got this for my birthday.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, heck yeah. First of all, I want to thank our sponsors, Culligan Water and Seitz Financial Services, for helping us bring this broadcast to you. Also, want to give a little bit of a shout out to Eric here as you crossed the $3,000 mark in the Miles for Mutts giveaway, or the Miles for Mutts fundraiser. And we have the giveaway this week. And I think a lot of people are anticipating this one because it's been 2 weeks since you did a giveaway, Eric. So
Yeah,
this is a big one, though.
Yeah, it's a big giveaway, but it really didn't bring in a lot of entries. We only got 7 entries in this one.
Really?
Because 10 of the people have already bought their seats. So I mean, with it being a Wednesday thing, I had a lot of people tell me I'd love to join, but I got to work, or it's got something going on. Being Wednesday at 5:00, so having that be in the middle of the week kind of brought down the entries a little bit, but still raised $535 between the pedal bike stuff. So
that's nice.
Yeah, we're still sitting pretty good for it. I'll be all right with
Heck
that.
yeah. So where are we at grand total wise now after that $530 from the pedal bike? Where are we at?
So that brings us up. Not only have we passed the 3,000 mark, we are up to $3,360 so far.
Damn. Let's go.
I like that.
So
Very nice.
And I think next week we're going to have one last giveaway next week. We got 2 weeks left, but the last week will be the weekend of the marathon. So we're not going to have a giveaway, and we're going to go out with a bang. I got a good one for next week that anybody will want to get on, because it's not going to be limited to a certain day. So I'll throw that out, what that's going to be before I jump off the Zoom. But let's just concentrate on pedal bike for now.
All right, so let's talk about the pedal bike giveaway. So what are we doing this week? We got something going on this week, Eric?
Oh yeah, big time. Wednesday, 5:00.
What am I doing?
This is the pedal bike event that we've all been waiting for. So Wednesday, 5:00, we're going to go out. I've got a bunch of addresses of people that are going to donate. Still time to get that in if you got items that you'd like to donate for this whole event. But I got a lot of addresses. We're going to go all around Tiffin with this pedal bike. We're going to pick up a bunch of donations of dog food, cat food, all that good kind of stuff, supplies for the Humane Society. So, it's going to be a good time. You give me your address, we'll come to you. You can heckle me as I run and grab your stuff, or you can give me water. I mean, you can be cool or you can be an ass. I mean, either way, it's going to be fun.
So are we going to have to slow down and wait for you to grab these big bags of cat food and dog food and throw it in the back of a van?
You're going to have to catch up to me while I'm waiting at them.
Yeah, that pedal bike doesn't really move that fast, so I think no, that's really cool, man. I'm excited for it. That is this Wednesday, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, so
Wednesday at 5.
Wednesday at 5. It's not going to be live streamed, but we will be doing. I'll probably maybe pull up my phone and do a live on the Heart of Ohio Sports page, but we won't do a live stream. We'll do a little bit of a recorded segment. We'll record some stuff. We'll get you doing your thing, and then we'll come up with some kind of a segment for that, and we'll do a little wrap-up segment before the end of your
I thought about seeing if I can snag a selfie stick from somebody and go live from the Miles for Mutts page, too, while we're doing it a couple times.
Ooh.
Let people know where we're at, and, if you're watching, you're nearby, let us know. We'll swing by.
All right, so Eric,
awesome.
I do have a couple questions before we get into the giveaway for the marathon. You said 2 weeks away now. So what's your goal for the marathon as far as the time that you want to get to?
Well, I did my last one in last October, and I finished in an hour and 41 minutes. So let's just beat that. That's all I'm looking for.
Okay, an hour and 41 minutes. And that puts you pretty much on pace for that, what'd you say, 3 hour and 10-minute mark?
Yeah.
If you wanted to compete in a full
when
marathon.
I do the full, because this is only half coming up. And actually, I got 2 of them. I've got one this weekend. I'm not sure if you guys knew that.
Oh,
I'm running a half this weekend too.
I'm
not running it hard, but just me and my
warm-up?
brother-in-law are going to go out and do the Glass City one this weekend. So up in Toledo.
So a pregame before the marathon, a little warm up.
Yeah, I'm not going to run that hard though. That's
all right.
I'll wait for Cap City to give my all. So I'm not going to go under an hour and 41 minutes this weekend.
Don't strain yourself.
That'll be next weekend's goal.
Just get the body ready for it, like a little shock.
So you do have a goal of eventually competing in the Boston Marathon, though. What is your target date for the Boston Marathon? Because that was today. For those of you who don't know about marathon stuff, if you're not following the Marathon's weekly digest, but
not a lot of people do. I don't. So,
but So what's your target date? When do you want to compete in the Boston Marathon?
So I'm already signed up for the full marathon in October down in Columbus. Like I did the half last year. It's the same one, the Children's Hospital Columbus Marathon. I'm already registered for the full. I already have my Airbnb booked.
Let's go.
And I'm already signed up for the full. So if I have to complete that full in 3 hours and 10 minutes in order to have a chance at the marathon, basically, you got to, based on your age, you have a time range you need to finish in. And if you finish in that time range, then you're put into a pool, and basically they only select so many from each time age range. And so if I finish in just 3 hours and 10 minutes, I'm technically in, but if too many other people had a better time than me, then I'll get booted out of it. So the goal is about 3 hours.
There's like a cut line.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that. That's cool. So you said you have one this week and one next week. What about between now and October? Any other marathons planned?
No, just staying in shape. And my training for October will start. I think it's like 4 months of training for a full marathon.
Wow.
So
yeah,
that's
I'll like June.
Kind of.
Then, yeah.
I won't just drop out of running completely like I normally do after a marathon, because I'm so burnt out of running, because I've got goals now and like I've got something to keep my focus. So I will get out there on my own and do some running just to stay in shape. And that way, when I go into this training, I'm not going in going, all right, well, I got to use this beginning part of training to get back in shape now, because I done lost it all in the 2 months I took off.
Right.
So that's the goal.
All right.
Is just to
love it.
keep in shape until that training starts.
Sounds good, man. Greggy, how are we doing on the drawing? Are we getting close there? Okay, cool. I was just trying to stall with time there and make sure you had enough time. But so this Wednesday, Greggy and I are going to be on the pedal bike. Eric, you're going to be running. Now, you said you're going to have a van that's going to be following behind the pedal bike?
Yeah, they'll be able to pick up all the donations, so we're not filling up the pedal bike with a bunch of dog food and stuff.
So is there anybody that you want to thank for this?
Coolers. What's that?
Is there anybody you want to thank for this? I mean, this is a lot that's going on here, you know.
Well, Danny Perry with the pedal bike.
Yeah.
I mean, first and foremost, because for him to donate an entire ride like this in his time is huge. I mean, I don't know if you've ever been on the pedal bike. It's not cheap.
Yeah.
So
it is a blast.
It's so much fun.
So that is huge for just this event. For the entire fundraiser, I have so many people to thank that I'll have a whole segment about that towards the end, because there's just too many people. I mean, there's 13 different local businesses that donated towards this, and I want to make sure they all get their proper thank you.
Right.
I don't want to leave anybody out. Make sure I get a proper thank you. So for this event, really, it's Danny Perry. I mean, other than that, it's been me doing been me doing everything. So
I want to say thank you to absolutely no one but me. Oh, that's good. That's good. So this week we are giving away 2 seats, right?
Yes.
2 seats.
1 winner, 2 seats. So if your name is drawn, it's you and a friend.
And all
and
of
that's
the seats have
$100
been
worth
sold.
of tickets. I mean, we sold these seats for $50 a piece, and 10 of them sold out like that.
Right.
So I mean,
Dang.
you're getting 2 seats for a possible $5 donation. That's the way to do it.
That's a steal. Absolutely. So, have all the seats have sold already now?
Yep, they're gone. The 10
Wow.
seats that we went to sell sold out in less than a week.
There we go.
And I just saved the last 2. I mean, I was planning on, if they didn't all sell out, then we'd have more to give away in this giveaway, but didn't work out that way. People bought all the seats that we had available to buy, and we've got just the 2 to give away now.
Nice.
Dang.
Greggy, I love the graphic. That's crispy, boy. That looks very good. All right. Well, Eric, without further ado, I guess we're just going to go ahead and spin this thing, right? We got
let's do
2
it.
seats to give away, so we got to do this thing twice.
No, just one. One winner, 2 seats.
One winner gets 2 seats? Is that,
Ooh.
Yes, sir.
okay. All right.
Winner gets
all
a
right.
+1.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That way you're not just getting on there by yourself. You and a friend
For
get
sure.
to join this pedal bike.
Heck yeah.
Very nice. Very
Love
nice.
that.
All right.
doing
So,
this?
without further ado, Greggy, go ahead and spin a Rooski.
You guys are going to have to let me know because I can't see the wheel.
You can't see the wheel.
I just see a green screen.
Uh-oh. Aaron Garcia.
Whoop, whoop.
There we go.
Oh, yeah, Aaron.
Let's
Good deal.
go. Lucky dog.
Very well. Very nice. Very nicely done. Aaron Garcia, congratulations. You earned yourself 2 seats on the pedal bike this Wednesday. Once again, that's a 5 o'clock departure, right?
Yep.
Where are we going to be departing from? Doesn't it
I
leave
believe
from-
we're departing from the pedal bike right there across from Calvert.
Yep.
But he may want to start at Big Mike's, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, I was actually thinking. I think sometimes they do start out there. So
Yeah, it'd
That'd
probably
be
make
kinda
more sense to start out there. So,
look at you. You
But
haven't
I'll-
even got your route figured out yet. What's going on?
well, we still got a couple days for people to get their stuff in, so I'm not going to set a route and then have to change it up because some more came in. So
Yeah.
it'll be
no
easy.
worries.
I've ran this town enough. I know I can make a route pretty easy.
Eric's like, I run this town.
Literally.
Literally every day. All right, buddy. Any final thoughts before I let you go? I mean, you wanted to talk about the next giveaway, I think, before.
Yeah, let me pull up my little miles per Mutts cheat sheet here. So we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 dogs that we've ran so far.
Yes.
Wow.
6 have been adopted, so we are
Wow.
over half.
Dude, that's so cool.
I got another one coming up Thursday, I think is when I'm going to try to get out there to do another dog.
yeah.
But then we've got so far 6 different stops that we're going to have to make on the pedal bike
That's awesome.
to pick up these donations. And I guess that's really it as far as filling in for that. But for next week, it's going to be the most valuable giveaway we've done. It's a $150 value this week or this weekend. And it's going to be a $50 Culligan Water gift card.
Hey.
And a $100 gift card to Tiffin Inflatables. So if you don't know about Tiffin Inflatables, it's Aaron Shade and his wife own it. They have a whole bunch of inflatables, like used to be Jumpers Wild, and you can rent these inflatables out. Wherever you need them at, you rent them out, and you're going to get a $100 gift card to be able to rent out these inflatables.
Wow.
That's pretty
perfect,
sweet.
Perfect for summer coming up. You can use it whenever.
Now,
We should have no limits on this. This should be a good one, I think.
those inflatables are adult friendly, right?
Yeah, you can get in there.
That's crazy.
All right.
I've been in there.
What they need is ones that can be hosed off, so we can just have like a booze party and do one
Yep.
inside of a mom's house.
Well, I mean, they're all
Put a bunch of
Like,
water and
rubber, right?
soap.
Hose the whole thing down afterwards. Everybody fine, like. Oh man.
Obstacle course with water and soap all over it.
Yes.
Bunch of drunk people. That'd be awesome.
Like a beer stickle course. Yes.
It's awesome until it's not. Somebody's hurt.
All right, man. Anything else you want to talk about?
I think that's it, man. I appreciate everything you guys have done to help me get this all out there, and bittersweet that it's just about over because it's been an amazing experience, but I'm exhausted. I'm ready for a week off.
Don't doubt that.
Says the guy who signed up for an extra marathon
Yeah, that's on you,
before
bud.
a marathon.
I didn't do that. I got signed up for it.
Yeah.
I didn't have a choice.
That's what they all say.
Yeah. I was sitting there playing poker one night, and I got a text from her brother asking me if I want to do the Glass City with him. And I was like, no, I'm doing Cap City the week after. And he's like, oh, okay. So he starts asking Christy questions, and then about 10 minutes later, I get an email. Congratulations, you're signed up for the Glass City Marathon. I was like, you asshole.
Oh, my God.
That is great. That is awesome.
That's nuts.
Well, good luck with that, man. That is, you'll do that before the next time we talk to you, right? So that's, well, no, we'll talk to you on Wednesday, but the next time we talk to you on the Pulse.
Yeah, the next time we talk with everybody else. But yeah, so I'll do that. That'll be Sunday. I'll join you the following day, and I'll be in studio for that one.
Yeah, we'll see.
I will.
We'll see. I'm going to zoom in. I can't really get off the couch, man. My legs hurt too
I got
bad.
shin splints.
This was my normal Zoom in week. I was there last week. I've been there
I'm
every
just
other
joking
week.
with you, man. All right. Thanks again, man. Appreciate everything you're doing.
Good
Great
luck,
job.
Eric.
And yeah, good
you,
luck
guys.
with the marathon. We'll see you in a couple days for the
Yes, sir.
for the pedal bike fun.
Yeah, I'll see you Wednesday. I'll let you know where to meet.
All right, man. Later.
All right. See you guys.
Woo!
Eric freaking Hall. How about
Eric freaking Hall.
How about that article that was written about him, huh?
Dude, did you read that?
Yeah, that was awesome.
Man, he's just doing such a great job. It makes me really proud that he's a part of this. And then he's just started that. I mean, obviously, he's been doing these marathon things for a while, but for him to come up with the idea of, hey, why don't you sponsor me and then I'll wear the gear and then we can just promote it on Heart of Ohio Sports. And it's really taken off.
Yeah.
Like, it's been a really cool thing. And I'm excited to see where this leads for the future because I want to do more.
Oh, yeah. He's definitely getting that Boston Marathon.
Oh, for sure.
He's definitely going to.
Yeah. And we'll probably be there with him.
Oh, yeah. That'll be crazy.
That would be pretty sweet. So I do have a couple things I wanted to talk about. First off, on this day in sports history, there's a few things that happened.
Yes.
Now, you talked about the Jackie Robinson Day happening just a couple days ago. Did you know that today he actually got his first major league hit?
I did not know that. That's pretty
1947 on this day in sports history. Do you know what kind of a hit it was?
Let me guess. RBI single to right field.
It was a bunt.
Oh, really?
A
Small
bunt.
ball. That's why I like him.
bunt.
Cleveland Guardians guy.
He was scrappy. Let's see. On this date in 1999, New Orleans Saints coach and general manager Mike Ditka trades a total of 8 picks, including all 6 picks in the 99 draft, for the number 5 overall pick to select Ricky Williams,
Wow.
running back from Texas. I remember that day just because it was the first draft that the Browns came back. They drafted Tim Couch number 1 overall. And then I think Donovan McNabb was 2 and Achilles Smith, something like that. There was a couple other guys that went, but Ricky Williams dropped, according to a lot of people in the draft, that were writing a lot of the draft previews. People thought he was going to go sooner than he did. And then when he ended up at number 5, New Orleans kind of freaked out. And Ditka was like, oh my God, I got to go get him. And they trade everything to go up and get him. They went 3-13 that year.
Wow.
And they fired Mike Ditka that year. Right after that year was over, they're like, all right,
Jeez, oh, Pete.
well, obviously you lost it as a coach and you lost your mind as a general manager. So see ya.
That's
And then
nuts.
they were stuck with Ricky Williams for a few years before he decided, I'm going to smoke my way out of the league and Go down to Miami.
Hey, he was a monster, though.
When he made it to Miami, he was he was nasty.
Yeah.
Like, he was a nasty
They
running
should have
back,
been
dude.
letting him smoking weed the whole time because he was nuts.
He was a dog. Now, also in 2001, Barry Bonds hit his 500th home run.
The GOAT.
The GOAT, as some people like to call him. Now, let's talk some NFL talk.
Yes, sir.
Jalen Hurts.
Huge signing today.
Dude.
Got the bag.
Wow.
What was it? 179.3 fully guaranteed.
Yes. With a full no trade clause.
Woo, first in Eagles history. Whew. Hey, they're doing it. In my opinion, they're doing it right though, because you're gonna have to bite the bullet eventually. You think you got your guy. He just took you to a Super Bowl. Pay him before you got to reset the market and next year, 2 years later.
Now that puts
Look
his
how smart the
average
Chiefs and Patrick
annual
Mahomes
value.
look.
Yeah, I mean the Mahomes deal
Everybody
looks
thought
really smart
everybody
right
thought they
now.
were crazy.
Now, the average annual value of this contract's right around 51 mil, so that makes him the highest paid player in NFL history. But the guaranteed money is kind of where it gets tricky, and still nobody other than Deshaun Watson has a fully guaranteed contract.
Yeah,
in the
it's like
NFL.
70% or something like that, which is, I think that's just about right. I think Deshaun's going to be an outlier. I think 70% of your contract guaranteed. I assume it's probably 70 to 75%.
Okay, so do you think this contract that Jalen signs, do you think that affects the Lamar Jackson contract talks at all?
Ooh, I think it might help the Ravens if anything,
Do you think so?
because I mean they'd be like, look, he just went to a Super Bowl and he's not getting a
Yeah.
fully guaranteed deal.
Yeah.
Lamar's never been to a Super Bowl,
Yeah.
never been to an AFC Championship game.
That's crazy. But the dude's got like a 75% win percentage.
Yeah, but I mean, you want to get paid, you got to win in the playoffs, and he just hasn't done that yet. Now, do I think Lamar should reset the quarterback market now? Yes, but I don't think he should be fully guaranteed. His will probably be a 5-year, $260 million deal with $185 million guaranteed.
Okay. So I don't see what's
How do you get
hanging
upset
this
about
up,
that?
though, because he turned down $200 million guaranteed
Yes.
supposedly. So at this point, if Jalen's signing a deal like this, now this is obviously Jalen just led his team to the Super Bowl, but did not win the Super Bowl. So Jalen didn't win an MVP award. So I mean, you do have arguments that can be said for both sides in this argument. So it just, to me, I feel like the Ravens are splitting hairs in this conversation with Lamar when they're just trying to find a way to be cheapskates. Their owner really just doesn't have the money to pay the fully guaranteed contract, because what happens is they have to put all of that money in an escrow account. They have to put the full amount. All that cash has to be put in an account until the contract is paid out. Owners don't want to do that. That's what it really comes down to. That's what Jim Irsay's pissed about. That's what Jerry Jones is pissed about. And these guys have money. It's not like they have that. It's not like they're broke. These are, I mean, dude, owning an NFL franchise is pretty much a permission to print money.
Yeah. It's
So-
just liquidating that money and putting it in the escrow
Yes.
account is just not the easiest thing to do.
For sure. Unless you're Jimmy Haslam and you got all that
And
rebate
then you
money to
just
play around with.
sell a business. But yeah, I don't know. Lamar's gonna Lamar's best. If I'm Lamar Jackson, I'm doing it like this. I'm signing that franchise tag. I'm balling out this year because next year Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert are gonna need re-signed, and I'm signing after those two because those two are gonna get bags.
He's going to play for $33 million next year, and Daniel Jones is going to play for 40.
I mean,
But
but
there's
think
got to
about
be
it,
a way
though.
that the Ravens
Think
could
about
make
how
it sweeter for him.
Yeah, I mean, you could.
You know what? Even if he comes
But
back
you're
on
to
that
this point
franchise
already.
tag, there's got to be a way that the Ravens can say, all right, well, if you come back and you play on this tag,
We'll reset the market next year.
we're going to make the deal for this year, as opposed to 33 mil, you're going to get 43 mil guaranteed.
I mean, they could do that.
I don't. Is there anything in the rules that says they can't, or is there like you have to
Just
pay
sign
him
it's like
that
a
amount?
1 year.
Because it just doesn't make sense for him to make less.
But the
than
thing is,
some
if
of
they
these
sign him
guys.
to a contract, when the contract's up, he's unrestricted free agent.
Yeah, and I
So
think
that's
that's the
why
hang up. That's the hang up with him is I don't want to be making less than Deshaun Watson. I don't want to be making less than this guy or that guy. You know, and now it's
Then
Daniel
go beat
Jones
him.
has a $40 million contract next year.
Go
so
beat him.
He hasn't proven enough though. I mean, like he's
In the regular
played in this
season,
league
yeah.
for 5 years and torched the league for 5 years.
But not when it counts.
You're right. You're right. But is it his fault or is it the Ravens' fault?
I mean,
He has nobody to throw to other than.
But then
Mark
why wasn't that a
Andrews.
problem in the regular season?
Because they can get away with it in the regular season because you don't have. I mean,
That's the thing. You want paid, all this money. You're not going to have weapons.
this is true. This is true. You make a good point.
Unless he's willing to restructure every year, like what Deshaun just did, you're not going to have weapons.
Yeah.
So you either do put it on your back and get paid a boatload, or you don't and you have weapons and now you have excuses.
And Deshaun restructured not because he wanted to, but because the Browns were like, "Hey man, you're gonna make $46 million this year. How about we just give you $33 million right now in a big check? We'll just give it to you right now as a signing bonus. Is that cool?" Who's gonna say no to that?
Yeah, that's the good thing about having a fully guaranteed contract is because there's no renegotiation. It's just you just want this
You just
chunk
want your
right
money
now.
Right now, here, just take it.
Because we'll literally direct deposit. We'll get there by 5.
Yeah, and then we save a lot of money by doing that.
Yeah.
We can get you some weapons.
And you like Amari Cooper?
yeah,
Elijah Moore?
yeah, yeah. Speaking of him, man, I went through Madden and did a franchise mode and started over with the new rosters and stuff since they signed some of those guys. I was like, I want to see what it looks like, but Elijah Moore is fun to play with. Let me just say that dude catches everything.
I still think there's a lot of gaps that need to be filled still.
Okay,
Especially-
we can talk about that. It's draft talk.
Yeah.
Now, the Browns are not going to. They have 8 draft picks.
They're all 3 through 7.
They're not gonna bring 8 players into camp from draft.
No.
This roster's pretty well set. You got a couple holes that you could fill, but for the most part, it's pretty well set.
Yeah.
Do you see them trading back into the second round?
Yeah, that's the only thing. And
They got what, 3 third-rounders, right?
Yeah, who I would like them to go get in the third round is Jack Campbell, the linebacker in Iowa.
Dude, hell
That's
yeah.
who I want them to go
Hell
get.
yeah.
I don't care if he can't cover, bro. You are a nose tackle, 5 yards off the ball. You see ball, you hit ball. That's it. Just a downhill linebacker. I don't care if he can't cover.
I like that kid from Arkansas, too.
Yes, he's good. But just Jack Campbell, I saw what he did to Ohio State. I trust that guy. Just 5 yards in front of the football.
Yeah.
You see ball, you hit ball. Don't care about the pass.
Yeah. There's a couple of day 2 guys at linebacker that I'm like, okay, if they're there, they should make a move to go up and get them. And there's some teams that are there in the second round that are probably looking to trade down.
Yeah.
Looking to pick up a couple
Especially
of third rounders.
where our roster's at. We don't really need 8 picks.
No.
I mean, we can kind of give away. No, I don't want to say give away because you can't really give.
Package them.
Yes, you could give away 3 picks this year to get a pick coming up and then a pick next year or something like that.
For sure.
So I hope they trade back in the second round.
What are the holes that you want them to fix?
D-line, interior D-line.
Interior, for sure.
Well, let's go in order. Number 1, linebacker. We need
Yes.
some sort of
Yes.
linebacker figured out.
Yes.
2, D-line,
Okay.
interior especially, unless we go sign Frank Clark. That's still a possibility. I don't think it's going to happen, but my mental state says it's going to happen.
Frank Clark?
Frank Clark, I think, would be a great addition to the Browns.
It'd be huge.
I mean,
That
to
would be
play
huge.
opposite of Myles Garrett, poof,
For sure.
give me that. And then
I'd take it.
third is receiver. We need some sort of receiver, I think.
Receiver.
Yeah.
Okay, and what kind of a receiver? Do you think they need another slot? Do you think they need a bigger guy? Do you think
I think they could go either way with it. So
Okay.
I'm not sold either way. Amari's our 1, that's for sure. But I'm not sold on 2 and 3. Obviously, we haven't seen Elijah Moore play yet. Not sold. And I don't know what it is, but DPJ just doesn't do it for me sometimes.
Really? Well, because you're an Ohio State fan.
It's not even that. It's just like,
honestly, I really like DPJ.
I
like his game. I like the way he's got a lot of tools that you look for in a receiver, and I feel like he's right on the cusp of breaking.
But
out.
he's been like that for what, like 3 years now?
He's only been in the league for 3 years.
Not than 2 years.
Okay.
Because his rookie year,
fair enough.
It was like,
you
okay, there's flashes.
Though, but I mean, you're talking about he was a guy that spent time behind OBJ and Jarvis Landry for his first 2 years in the league, and then
Just
this last year finally got a chance to like showcase a little bit of his potential, and he doubled all of his numbers.
Yeah, but dude, there was just so many times where it's like, okay, Amari's getting doubled. You literally just have to get open, and you just can't like.
That's not his forte though, bro. He's got go up and get the ball guy. Like go up and get it. He's a red zone target.
Then that's
he's
not
a third down target. He's a possession receiver.
That's not a wide receiver.
Joe Jurevicius. That's like he's gonna have a role on this team.
Oh, exactly. But he's just not wide receiver number 2, in my opinion. If you're just a possession receiver, that's not like, unless Tom Brady's playing quarterback, your possession receivers are not, your number 2 receivers.
I don't know. You can call Mike Evans a possession receiver, but he's a little bit more of a game breaking.
Yeah,
talent.
but he's also had 1,000 yards every year he's been in the league.
Yeah, he's ridiculous.
Now, if Elijah Moore steps up and he's like the number 2, then that makes sense for DPJ. But I think Elijah Moore is how this plays out.
Okay. I think Elijah Moore is going to be your slot guy. DPJ is going to work the 2, and Amari is going to be your 1.
But I think it's going to be a lot of Elijah and Amari playing off of each other then.
I wouldn't be surprised, though, honestly.
A lot of crossing routes, rub routes with those 2.
I keep hearing that, Arizona's not going to release Hopkins and that the Browns are still in the conversation. Do you think that's even a possibility?
Boy, if it is, oh my God.
I heard today. I was reading an article.
I would sell my soul for that.
I was reading an article today about it, that the Browns are still one of the teams that are a dark horse candidate for.
No, I don't think it's going to happen. But if it did, that would be, I'd be talking all the shit.
Now, in that scenario, you'd have to give up a receiver, you would think. So DPJ would be the odd guy out, right?
How you doing? See you later, my friend.
Or would you think they'd be like, hey, we'll take Anthony Schwartz and just playing.
Oh my God. Bro, we'll give him to you for free.
Yeah, right? For sure.
Yeah. No, DPJ, Greg Newsome, how you doing? Keep it moving.
Yeah.
Boatload of draft picks. Get out of here.
Greg Newsome talking about wanting to be traded.
I heard it was obviously a false thing, like wasn't true and whatnot, but still. Young DB, team up with Buda Baker out there. Take DPJ.
Well, Buda just said he wanted to get traded. Did you see that?
Yeah, I'll take Buda too.
Dude, yeah, for sure.
You can have anybody Buda Baker. You can have anybody you want on our defense besides Myles Garrett.
What do you think about Bryce Young? Now the favorite. Vegas has him at minus 1,000 odds for the number 1 overall pick.
I like Bryce. He's my second favorite quarterback in the draft, but that's just
second favorite.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, CJ Stroud, dude. It's just easy number 1. And it's a very easy number 1.
You would think so. You look at his. You
turn on the tape.
You look at his measurables. And then you look at the way he performed at the combine and at his pro day, and it's like, okay, so what happened in the last 2 weeks? Guys just started talking to each other, and they're like, you know what? Honestly, I'd rather take this little midget guy. He looks like he can throw a pretty good ball.
Now, a place where Bryce Young would be great, but they already have a quarterback, is Denver. Playing with Sean Payton. Okay. If they got rid of Russ, that's Drew Brees all over again.
Okay.
But now he can throw the ball a mile in the Mile High City. And those receivers, they would be nice.
Yeah? All right.
They would be nice. But Carolina, I don't think that's it.
No, especially with them just trading DJ Moore away. Good Lord.
Yeah.
You got nobody to throw to.
They got Thielen. Who else did they go and get? Thielen. I guess that's about it.
They did sign Thielen, didn't they?
They got Thielen. I can't remember who else they got. Obviously, nobody of major importance, but still, I don't know. You really don't want to. If I'm CJ Stroud, I'm hoping I fall to the Colts somehow.
You really
That
want
is what I'm
that
praying
poor
for.
guy, like
Who? CJ Stroud?
CJ. You really want him to go to that nightmare of a franchise?
I mean, yeah, but you're
mean,
able
look
to
at what
win.
they've
You're able to
done.
win.
Are they really? Like
Yeah,
the
I
division
mean-
is winnable.
That's yeah, they're able to win that.
Eh,
I mean, they have half
don't know,
decent
man.
receivers.
Yeah, they
They
got a
have
good
John-
running back.
They have Jonathan Taylor.
They have one good lineman.
They have one. I mean, yeah, he's pretty. He's I mean the best in the world at his position.
But
so
that's it.
He
Like
makes up for a
outside of
lot.
that, they have nobody else on that line. That's
The
decent.
defense isn't hateable. If Shaq Leonard plays, which he finally showed, he's had like a year off. I mean, that's one of the best linebackers in the league. I mean, it's not a hateable team.
No, I don't hate the Colts. I'm just saying
They just
I
really
feel like
have had-
Jim Irsay is a joke as an owner, and he has fumbled so many different opportunities
Yeah,
since Peyton Manning's departure. Like the whole Andrew Luck situation, I think was really poorly handled. Obviously, you feel for the guy, but just having like no plan after that. Obviously, that
Yeah.
shocks you for a year or two, but then after that, you should be able to gather yourself and say, all right, now we got to pick up the pieces and figure out what we're doing. Bro, it's been like 8 years since Andrew Luck retired.
Yeah.
6 years or something. Like, dude, there's still this toiling in mediocrity every year. And to me, I don't know. I would hate to see CJ go to the Colts.
I mean, but when in these past 8 years, what QBs have they drafted? Like
I would
Sam
much
Allen?
rather see him go to the Texans because he could end up with Jackson Smith and Jigba on the same team. Like, they can make
That's
that
if.
connection.
That's a big if.
I mean,
Because also D'Amico Ryans, I mean, I'm sure it's smoke screens and draft rumors, but D'Amico Ryans wants to take Will Anderson Jr. at number 2.
yeah. It's because he wants somebody to try to trade up to take Will Anderson so that way he can get the guy he really wants, which is CJ Stroud. Like, that's, I don't know. Because I think there's rumors
I
that-
think the Texans do want CJ Stroud.
yeah,
That's for sure.
I know they want CJ. They've met with him the most.
They have even worse than the Panthers though. They have nobody. I mean, they have Laramie Tunsil. You have an all-pro left tackle.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can't get the ball to him.
Nothing. Outside of that, they have nothing.
Derek Stingley Jr. on defense, and I mean, I didn't hear him a lot last year, so he must not be that
Must
good.
not be that great, yeah.
I mean, Sauce Gardner and Tariq Woolen really ate up that defensive rookie in the year. I didn't hear much of Derek Stingley Jr., but yeah, the Texans, that's just rough. Now, like, do you even have the right thing with the Texans? Like, are D'Amico Ryans, is that even the right coach?
No, he'll be another one and done. Just
Probably.
like poor Lovie Smith.
Probably.
I mean, they're talking about their GM leaving after the draft. Did you hear that rumor
That's
today? I
just-
mean, I know he shot it down, but I mean, Nick Saban said he wasn't going to be the head coach at Alabama, and then he was the head coach at Alabama the
Yeah.
next day. So I don't believe anything any of those guys from that Belichick tree say ever.
Not one bit.
Like, they're just saying what they need to say in front of the camera because, oh shit, that got leaked. I would never leave that. No,
Yeah.
I mean, come on, why would I want to leave? I mean,
Leave the place they're at to go get on the plane to go there, to go to said place.
oh shit. So, Brown Stadium. These rumors are killing me, man. And I seen some kind of an artist sketch rendering of what it's going to look like, and I'm like, no, please no.
Yeah, I don't think that stuff's been real. Per my
I
sources,
hope not.
Per my sources at the Browns, as somebody who works for the Browns, I know that is actually everything's been false. That's been leaked. They are redoing the stadium, or like doing something to it in the area, but it's not what's been leaked so far.
Because the rumor today that I seen circulating was they're going to completely rebuild the stadium. And while they rebuild it, the Browns are going to play in Canton or at Ohio Stadium.
Now,
Yeah, no, I saw it was like a Sports Illustrated article talking about it that they said it probably wouldn't be until 25, I think they said.
Yeah.
yeah,
But they
that's
said
how
that
long
they
it's
would
going to
need
take.
to find a temporary place to play because they're not going to be able to play there because they're going to redo the whole area.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen sketches before of like artists renderings of like them redoing that area, but they weren't talking about the Brown Stadium inclusion in that.
yeah. I think they're
And
talking
even
about the
those
whole.
looked better, but I
Yeah.
feel like they kind of mashed some things together with those drawings that I've seen out there.
Yeah, that's when they were talking about doing the whole like lakefront thing, right?
Yeah. So I think
Which
I think
those look
ideally-
sick.
Dude, that
I
looks
think they
cool.
want to combine these ideas is what they want to do.
and I think
the Browns are like, hey, we'll get in on it. The city's like, hey, we want it to look good down there because it looks like crap. So
Yeah, and I think that's what's going to start is fixing, now Cleveland Browns Stadium.
Right. And I like the idea of renovating that entire area. But here's my, and take for what you want, but if you are going to build an open air stadium, why tear down the stadium to build it?
No.
Just renovate the one you already have.
No.
There's no reason
if you're
to tear down
spending the money,
stadium.
it's got to be retractable roof.
I keep seeing these rumors that they're going to build another stadium that looks like old municipal, but like an updated version of it. I'm
It's
like,
gotta
this
be
is
retractable roof.
ridiculous.
You just
If
spent
that happens,
oh my God, bro. You just spent $250 million on a quarterback. You make sure he plays. If it's not perfect, it is perfect in there.
right?
Like, come on now. The fate of the franchise depends on this.
Jeez.
But in that same token, if that does happen and the Browns go to Columbus for 2 years and play at Ohio Stadium, 110,000 Browns fans in a stadium, that would be I don't think most people know that college stadiums are bigger than professional stadiums. The Horseshoe filled up with Browns fans would be irate.
That'd be ridiculous.
That would be irate.
That would be
110,000 people at an NFL game. That would be stupid.
I will say this. A few years back, Nate, remember we went to the brown and orange scrimmage at Ohio Stadium?
Dude.
And we were like just checking out the place because I'd never been there before.
It's sick.
Dude, we went up to the top and I was like, let's go to the very top. I couldn't get to the very top. It made me
huge.
so dizzy. Like I could not believe how high up it was. And I was like, how is this even safe? How do people even sit up here? This doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah. Ohio Stadium is massive, bro.
It's enormous.
And that full of Browns fans, oh my gosh. That would be so cool.
Yes, please.
Yes, sign me up.
They should play one game a year there anyways. Like, what's it gonna hurt? Split the ticket revenue
And plus,
with them.
then you like tap into that Columbus market too.
Yeah.
Like there's no that would just be
Because
so
right
sick.
now that Columbus market is getting saturated by Cincinnati Bengals fans because the Bengals have been a lot more
Yes.
successful than you have. That's one more way to just kind of infiltrate that market down
Let's
there.
cover
and
the
just kinda-
state.
Yeah.
Cover the state.
Come on.
That would be
I know I saw one comment or something. Somebody was like, man, if you move them down there, then the Bengals will just move there too, and they'll just combine into one city, and then they'll be like, hey, we need to get another sports team in here in Ohio. I was like, what are you talking about? It's like, that's not gonna happen. Just chill out, bro.
All right. So that's pretty much it for NFL talk. You had anything else? No?
draft's gonna be so much fun.
Oh, man. So what are we doing for the NFL draft? You guys are doing some kind of a draft thing this week, right?
Yeah, this Friday we're gonna do like a mock first round. It's gonna be I think we got like 5 or 6 of us coming out. We're still trying to work out the last like 1 or 2 people. But yeah, Friday night mock first round. We're gonna like randomly select our order, and then we're gonna go through as if we were the GM of that team and pick, and then post like the teams and see who did the best.
I like that.
It's gonna be fun.
I'm actually participating, am I?
Yeah,
Is that
you
right?
are in it.
Let's go.
Yes.
Let's go.
And then, like you
All
actually have to pick like for the team, like what they would need, the best at that position, who's available and whatnot, and then like kind of explain yourself why. And also, we're probably gonna drill you with questions like,
Now, are we allowed to trade?
I do not think so, because that could get kind of confusing.
That would be pretty sweet, though.
Because we're only doing the first
Just
round.
being honest,
so,
like that'd be kind of
yeah.
cool.
So
If there's a way to do it,
Hey, let
I
me
mean,
take all the assets that this team has.
Yeah.
And I'm going to think of a trade scenario for you.
that's the
How
thing,
about
because we're only
that?
doing the first round, so it's like, oh, I'm gonna use,
Yeah.
you want 2 through 7
I'm
for
going to use
another
all
one
my
pick?
2nd through 7th round picks.
Yeah.
Hey, let me, yeah, right.
So you're doing a mock draft, but it's almost really like a mock NFL GM.
Yeah, pretty much.
I like it.
We're pretty much
More
playing
layers
GM.
to it.
Yeah. So you actually have to like know who's available, the players, what the team needs, like kind of how each team's set up. Like, yeah, they already have a corner, but best corner available, blah, 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 that stuff.
yeah.
So
That's
it should be
sweet.
a good time.
Hell yeah.
We'll have
I'm
a
looking forward
packed
to
house
it.
for it.
That's this Friday,
This Friday, 8 o'clock.
right here in Studio Squared. Speaking of Studio Squared, this Thursday.
Yes, sir.
Come down, visit, hang out with
Yes.
us. We're going to be here in studio for the opening, not the grand opening, but a soft opening of the studio facilities here Chelsea will be open. She's a featured artist on the Artist Stroll, and so we are a featured location on the Artist Stroll. So she's gonna be set up. We'll have the studio open for people to tour and kind of look around, see some of the things that we have going on already.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's gonna be fun.
That sounds
so stop
sick.
down and join us. We'll have some snacks and stuff, and we'll be here to meet and greet. And we'll have I think we'll have the backdrop up so you can take pictures if you want. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
That sounds awesome.
So come on down. It starts at 5 o'clock, runs until 8 o'clock. That is once again, as Greggy just pointed out, this Thursday, April 20th from 5 to 8 p.m. right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, actually right here in Studio Squared. We're not going to be live or anything, but right here in Studio Squared.
Go.
Once again, let's move on. Let's talk about some NBA talk because right
Playoffs,
now
baby.
we're watching the NBA as the Brooklyn Nets taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. Sixers lead 1-0 in the 7-game series, but Brooklyn had a lead earlier in this game.
Yeah, they were. I
They
think
were
they
up
had
by
a
7 or 8 at one point.
Yeah, they were up by like pretty decent amount. And Phillies, I mean, just obviously the better team just chipped themselves back and now got a 5-point lead. So
Now the Sixers won by 20 in the first game, 121 to 101.
yeah,
And the Nets are making this at least a little bit more of a closer game.
yeah,
But-
it's competitive. That's for sure.
Philly is a tough team.
They're
They
just-
kind of they really are very gritty.
Yeah,
They're good defensively.
very good.
I like PJ Tucker. I like Maxey.
James Harden's not fat.
What's his name? Tobias Harris. I like him in a very reserve role. Like a guy off the bench, first guy off the bench, or like maybe your fifth starter in the rotation.
Yep.
Like he's a good guy in that role, and he plays good defense. He's
No doubt.
long. But no, I think the Sixers are going to create a lot of problems for any team that they face.
Especially Milwaukee.
Yes, and that was my
Especially Milwaukee.
next point. So the Bucks lose to the Heat in Game 1 of that series, 130 to 117. Now Giannis goes down with the injury. They're saying MRI comes back clean. He should play Game 2, but man, the Sixers, or the Bucks, they could be in trouble. Like if Giannis is the driving force for that team. Can they get past the Heat without him? That's my question.
It's going to be tough because the Heat are a scrappy team. But also the Heat did just shoot like 60% from the field. So, and it took the Heat like everything to beat them. It was like a 5-6 point game with only a couple minutes left.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think it just depends. I think it's going to be tough for Milwaukee if Giannis is out, but that team also won a championship last year. So, it's kind of tough to bet against them.
Right.
Very tough.
Yeah, for sure.
But Miami's dangerous. Jimmy Buckets.
Jimmy Butler is
Dog.
he was in playoff Jimmy mode last night.
Yes.
And that's,
Tyler Hero
or
broke his hand.
2 nights ago. Did he?
Yeah, broke
It's
his hand.
broken. They know it now.
Yes.
That's a
Scary.
big loss for them, man.
Scary.
So he probably won't make it back for the playoffs. Even if they made it to the finals, he wouldn't be back probably.
I don't know. That's the last I heard is that his hand was broken. And that was this
crazy.
morning.
That's crazy. So the Heat win over the Bucks. The Celtics destroyed the Hawks 112 to 99.
Light work. It wasn't even that close, really.
They just look like the team to beat, really,
Yeah.
in the East. I love talking about, possible scenarios. The Cavs obviously are the love of our
We'll get to
hearts,
them in a
but
second.
the Bucks look like a good team. The Sixers look like a team that if they could finally figure shit out, they might actually win this thing. But the Celtics look like they got their stuff together. They are
dangerous.
on a mission. They're locked in. They look like the team to beat for sure. What do you
There's
think?
A lot on Jason Tatum.
For sure.
It's gonna be
Jaylen Brown, honestly, it takes a lot off of him now with the role that he plays. Marcus Smart, the defensive role he plays. Al Horford stepping up big for them recently. There's some guys that take pressure off of Tatum to where he doesn't have to be that guy every night. I think Jaylen Brown really has stepped up huge this year. What do you average, like 25 a game this year?
Yeah, Jaylen Brown was nice, but I think if the Celtics are gonna win a championship, it's gonna depend on Jason Tatum.
Oh, for sure.
It's gonna be he's gonna have to win some if they play Philadelphia, he's gonna have to win 2 of those games by himself.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just and then the other 2 games, if they win the 4 out of 7, the other 2 games he's gonna lead the team in probably every statistical category. It's just somebody else is gonna go off too. That's just what it's gonna boil down to. Because they're a weird. They're very good, but they're also a weird team. I feel
Speaking of a weird team,
the Knicks.
talk about the Cavs.
Oh God, ugh. Yeah. I mean, I also want to talk about about the Cavs game. Rocket Mortgage was a funeral during that game, bro. They're down 4 with 6 minutes left, bro, and everybody's sitting down. I was infuriated watching that game. Why would this is a home playoff game?
I swear to you.
That place was dead.
I swear to you. That 2014 to 2018 run spoiled all Cavs fans.
Dude.
Including myself. Because I'll be honest, it's hard for me to get up for this team. I watched it all year. I watched this team all year. They're so inconsistent.
Yeah.
And they're so young. Yes, there's a lot of promise, and they're fun to watch. Don't get me wrong. They are fun to watch.
Yeah.
But you don't see that just absolute dog mentality, that championship mentality that you need, that you see in some of these other teams, especially in the East. Man, there's some really
the East is so much
scrappy teams in the East.
So much more tough.
But I just see, they look scared, man. There was times during that game where if Donovan Mitchell wasn't scoring for them, they probably would have fell behind by 20, 30 points at one point.
It was I mean, I don't know. It was a lot of those guys' first real true playoff game. I mean, they lost in the play-ins last year, but it was
Mobley
just
sure looked like it was his first playoff game.
Mobley
Good
Lord. Chetty Osman getting just diced up for the last 4.5 minutes of the game.
What is JB doing putting him on Jalen Brunson?
For the entire time, bro.
When did Chetty become the defensive lockdown guy for the Cavs?
And I don't think he stopped him once from getting a shot off.
One time, I think he did come up with a good defensive stop. I was like, okay, all right, let's go, Jetty. You got this.
Bro,
and then the next 3 times he
got hurt. He got hurt because he got crossed up so bad.
Oh.
Got hurt because he got crossed up. What the? Bro, get out of here.
And then JB just kept him on him the whole time. Can you make an adjustment?
Bro, I would have rather seen Evan Mobley out there.
For real.
Let's switch something up here, homie. It ain't working. But whatever.
Yeah.
I think the Cavs, I don't know if it's a year, a piece. If you have to get a piece, I don't know what pieces to move. I don't know what pieces to go get. Because it's just, the NBA is so weird right now.
They don't have pieces to move. They don't have pieces to because they traded everything to go get Donovan Mitchell.
Which I understand.
You traded three first-round draft picks, right? And then all of
the
those
draft
players,
in the NBA is fake anyway.
But still, I mean, you look at the players they gave up. Lauri Markkanen made the All-Star team this year. He was a starter in the All-Star, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So I mean,
that is tough. That is very tough.
Not to mention, you've got other guys that are playing key minutes for different teams that you had to give up in that trade. Mm-hmm. And now it's okay, well, what do you have? You have Jared Allen. I think, honestly, sometimes he's more of a liability than an asset. I tweeted that out yesterday, and I think some people were like,
I don't know how I feel about him now, because he's just...
Because here's the thing. Here's why I feel that way. Jared Allen just stands in the damn paint the whole time. And on defense, that's great because it's okay, great. He's going to be a defensive blocker. He's going to block some shots. He's going to control the paint. But he does the same thing on offense.
He gets in the way.
He just gets in the way. He clogs up the paint. And when you've got a driver you've got a slasher like Donovan Mitchell, you've got a guy like Donovan or Darius Garland who needs to drive to the basket so he can find kick out opportunities for his shooters. You've got guys on that team that like to get to the basket. Even Okoro would be a more effective scorer if he could find a way to get to the basket more often. But you've got 2 7-footers clogging up the lane every time they try to go to the basket.
That is true.
Mobley's down there a lot, but he actually spaces the floor a little bit better. Jarrett Allen is just down there all the time in the restricted area, and he is just constantly eating up that entire painted area. And to me, as a Cavs fan, I hated it when they had a big guy back when when they were trying to win against the Warriors, it was like, why are they even playing Mozgov? Can you just sit him down and play try to match up with these guys? Because they're just outrunning you down the floor.
Yeah, that was embarrassing.
And that's what's going on with the Knicks. Like, the Knicks didn't even play their big guy. That Hartenstein guy, he barely even played in that game. Because they were outrunning the Cavs up and down the floor. They were out hustling them. They were out rebounding them. And they had smaller guys. Josh Hart was out rebounding the Cavs.
Dude, there was a possession where they had 4 offensive rebounds in a row. Before the Cavs didn't even touch the ball. And they rebounded it, kicked it out, shot it, rebounded it. Like, bro, it was just like lack of effort, that game. It was just, it was terrible.
I looked at him.
But there was flashes of it. There was flashes of like the energy.
Towards the end when they made that comeback and they tied it up, I think, towards the end.
Yes. Donovan Mitchell had a couple steals. He hit a couple threes, and it's like, oh my God, we're playing playoff basketball. Like, let's go.
But there was just so many times during that game where it felt like guys like Mobley were just lost. Like they were just like he had no idea what to do
like
sometimes.
A damn deer in headlights.
Like watching him on those offensive rebound situations. Like you talked about that one situation where there was 4 offensive rebounds. I watched him on that possession. You go back and watch that again.
Bro,
you will be absolutely pissed watching
just didn't
Evan
do
Mobley.
a thing.
Because he just stands there with his arms at his sides watching people do basketball moves instead of trying to go after the ball. He's just watching things go on. And I'm like, dude, you're not a spectator. Go make a play. Like,
like what the is going on, bro? Like,
I like Evan Mobley a lot. I think he's got a lot of potential.
Should have won Defensive Player of the Year tonight.
But my God, dude, that guy he's got to show up in bigger moments.
Yeah.
And that's not the biggest moment that this team's going to face. So it just makes me nervous for the future with him because it's like, all right, well, if he shits the bed in a first round playoff game and against, in a 4-5 matchup, like, are we going to be able to depend on this guy if we ever make the finals?
In the second round?
Yeah. I mean, like if we ever make the
Eastern Conference Finals?
Yeah. Just Eastern Conference Finals. First game of that series, he's probably, are you going to be able to depend on him in clutch situations? I don't know. It just makes me a little bit nervous because it's like, everybody wants to say, well, it was his first playoff game. You got to give him that.
Bro,
okay.
too bad.
Well, are we going to have to give it to him when it's his first second round playoff game and his first Eastern Conference Finals playoff game? Well, it was his first NBA Finals game, so we got to give him that.
Yeah.
And then what? Like, then it's just becoming an issue. It's becoming a recurring thing because I'll be honest, he disappeared during those play-in games last year too.
Yep.
Completely disappeared. Then last night or this past Saturday, completely disappears. Now another thing, why did Darius Garland not shoot the ball at all in the second half?
Yeah, I was very confused about that because he had some open looks and he just like drove it. Like I get it, driving it, but like, bro, take some shots for yourself. Like
For real.
You can shoot the ball. You don't have to pass
every time, dude. Like, for real.
That's kind of the unfortunate. Like, I think that is kind of a side effect when Donovan Mitchell came. Is that Darius Garland kind of fell more into that not 2 spot, but he's like, okay, I'm going to distribute now more than shoot. Whereas like last year, if he gets that open look, he's probably pulling it. Whereas this year, he's so used to driving, kicking. It was just, I don't know. It's very weird.
Yeah, you're not seeing the scoring mentality out of him that you saw last year because.
No.
Yeah, you're right. Last year, if he saw that opportunity, he's popping
he was
every
for sure.
time. Because, I mean, he was averaging 7-8 3-pointers a game, wasn't he, last year?
Deep ones, too.
I don't think he's shot 4 per game this year.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Because it's just, to me, if you have 2 3-point shooters like that, I mean, Garland, I think he's shooting 45% for his career.
Yeah, he's not a bad 3-point shooter whatsoever.
Career. So, like, he should be getting more shooting opportunities.
Mm-hmm. No, I think it is some of that stuff. Like, this is their first year playing together. So it's kind of getting, like, that first year of going through the ups and the downs with them. Like, that's more about it than, playing together does something. But, like, knowing when he's hot, knowing when I'm hot, knowing when, I kind of got to go or he's kind of got to go. Like, that's what you learn throughout that first year. So.
For sure. And they didn't really play too much together on the floor at the same time this year. I think they only played about half of the games.
Yeah,
maybe
I think
about 50 games to get maybe 40,
it was a lot
50 games.
Later in the season. They played a lot together. And these playoffs, they'll obviously play a lot together. So
Garland missed all those games with that eye injury. And then when he came back, I thought Mitchell missed a bunch of time after
from
that.
the groin.
from the groin.
Yep.
So there was probably a 2-month period at the beginning of the season where they really didn't gain much chemistry. That's like the crucial time.
Yeah, that's when
for
you can
building
really
the chemistry.
you can really test some shit out as then, because
Because you're not afraid of losing a game or two if you're
drop
trying
a game here, drop
yeah.
a game there.
Yeah.
You know, it is what it is, but it's just frustrating.
I think, last point I'll make on this Cavs thing, they really have got to find a way to get more from their bench. Like I thought that, leading into that game, that last few games of the season where they'd already clinched their spot and they were kind of
they were winning. They were beating starting lineups. They were scoring like 120.
Danny Green's going out there scoring 18 points, getting 5 of 8 from 3, and I'm like, okay, they can use him in the playoffs. Did not play at all. Like, there's guys that can contribute for this team that are not getting minutes, but they're giving minutes to guys like Jetty, who just absolutely
as a liability on defense.
Man, and they put him on their best player. If he's
to get exposed, bro, for like. It felt like 10 straight possessions. If he wasn't on Jalen Brunson, they would just immediately set a pick and roll for whoever was guarding, Chetty was guarding. And then, okay, now it's Jalen Brunson, Chetty, cross up, step back, cross up, drive. It was the same thing over and over again. And it felt like Jalen Brunson wouldn't miss, or if he did, they just got a rebound and put it right back up and made it.
Yeah.
It was stupid.
It's frustrating to watch. And I hope that somehow they make some adjustments because they didn't make any adjustments in that game.
Zero.
So they've got to figure out some way to make some adjustments for game 2. Otherwise, you lose this game, you go back to New York down 2-0.
That place is going to be rocking,
probably
bro.
getting swept. Just being honest, Cavs fans, just get ready for it. If they
place-
lose game 2, you are getting swept. If it's not a 4 game, it'll be a gentleman's sweep. Just being honest. Like it's going to happen. If they
That
get beat
or
in game
Donovan
2.
Mitchell goes for 70 there.
That could happen too, because that's where he thought he was going. So
Yeah.
maybe he just wants to go there and ball out, show them what they could have had. But
The Cavs players will just be, if they were scared about, what was it, Sunday night? Saturday night when they play?
Saturday
Night. If they were scared about Saturday night, bro, walking in the MSG playoff game, get out
down
of here.
2-0,
They're going to be fucking shaking in their boots.
so they
Jared
have to
Allen's
win.
Vans are going to be soaking wet.
They've got to win against the Knicks tomorrow night. That is a 7:00 game, I believe. 7:30, something like that.
Yes, so the early game,
It's one of
7:30.
it's the early game tomorrow. So hopefully Cavs got it figured out by then. You got Nets and Sixers tonight, and also Kings Warriors later tonight. 10:30
Fire
game.
matchup.
Boy, let's talk about them Kings just
Light
for a
the
second,
beam,
man. They
baby.
are fun to watch.
Fun.
I want to see them win some more. I want to see them beat the Warriors and make it deeper into the playoffs. You know why? Because you watch that light the beam thing, and
That was sick.
Dude, it
I didn't know that
means
was a
so
thing.
much more to the fans.
I did not know that was a thing until I saw the thing on sports. I was like, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You have the owner talking about it, how like they started it to like start getting people to go to games
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And then what it's turned into now, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So cool.
Greggy, did you hear about that? The light the beam thing with the Kings?
No, I did not hear about that.
So after the game was over and they won, they have a big button in the arena that they just like walk up and push this button, and a giant laser beam shoots out
It's
the top
6
of the
of 'em.
stadium.
It's 6 of them.
Is it 6 of them?
Yeah, he said
they're
it's
like
6
put
of 'em.
together.
Yeah, they're put
'Cause
together.
It just looks like one giant laser beam shoots
Purple
out the top
laser
of the
beam, yeah.
stadium. Like
What do they do this for?
it's like a purple
Sacramento.
laser beam. Sacramento Kings.
Yeah, so what do they do it for?
If they
when
win.
when they win a game.
Yeah.
They did it after they won that playoff game, and I'd never seen it before, and I was like, light the beam. What are they talking about? And then I watched a video of, it was De'Aaron Fox
Yep.
lighting the beam, and I was like, bro, that's
so cool.
sweet.
It's just this big ass purple beam that just goes right out of the.
Yeah.
Like it literally looks like it goes to the moon, bro. It just goes right out of the top of the stadium.
Dude, it's
just
so
out
cool.
into nothingness. That's literally
That's awesome.
the easiest way to entertain humans. Just put a light into the sky.
Absolutely, 100%.
I'm sold.
Yeah,
it just
for
shows you
sure.
how dumb people are.
I mean, come on,
A
fireworks. Look at
a
fireworks.
literal
I mean,
light in the
come
sky.
on, man. Like blowing things up.
Yeah,
in
but
the sky.
fireworks at least explode. This is just a literal, just purple light in the sky. Oh my god, it is sick though. I
like
will
the
admit
laser
that.
light you got, Nate.
Yeah, that big blue one. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. I got one of those looks like a lightsaber, and it's like a blue laser. And
Whoa.
literally, when that thing's fully charged and you point it to the sky, it will burn through paper. It lights a match, and it
Whoa.
will. It looks like it goes to the moon. Like it's
That's scary.
ridiculous. It's crazy. I get scared when I use it because I'm like, I don't know if I'm allowed to use this thing, but
Yeah, I don't want to point that up and
not
hit
pointing
something.
it up at the sky, but
No.
I might point it at the moon if I don't see anything up there,
Right.
But what about Russell Westbrook? Did you see that big play
Russell
last
Westbrook?
night, dude? Did
Oh,
you
the
see
play?
big
Yeah,
play
that was
last
nuts.
night?
I mean, that's
Okay,
I mean,
so he went 3 for 19 from the floor.
Yeah,
but he
that
probably
game
had
wasn't
the
a
best game of anyone who's ever went 3 for 19.
that game was an epitome of Russell Westbrook, though.
Yeah.
3 for 19, but made this just incredibly freakishly athletic play to win the game that you can't even explain how he did it. Blocking a shot, then off 1 foot, went out of bounds, got the ball, threw it off the other guy. But
It's
then
just sick.
the same guy went 3 for 19 from the field.
It's ridiculous. Because
Yeah.
he kept shooting it too. They kept leaving him open. I'm like, Russ, stop shooting. They're leaving
Bro.
you open for a reason, bro. And he just kept
He
shooting
is.
it.
It was the Deion Waiters quote. I'd rather go what was it? 0 for 30 than 0 for 9. Because if I go 0 from 9, I stop shooting. If I go 0 for 30, I kept shooting.
Yeah, yeah, that's
bro.
Deion Waiters.
What sense does that make? So you'll take the loss, so you just keep getting shots up.
That's so
You
good.
go 0 for 30.
That's so good. But then, dude, during that play, Devin Booker goes up for the shot. Westbrook blocks the shot and hits him in the hand as he's following through on the block.
Yeah.
Booker comes down and instantly looks at the ref and goes, huh! And that's when Westbrook threw it off of him and it goes out of bounds. Then he trips and he's like, and takes a spill on the floor. But I'm sitting there thinking, bro, if you weren't complaining, you probably could have moved
Got
out
that
of
ball.
the way or got the ball.
Yeah.
Like,
if you weren't looking for a foul rather than just playing basketball. Yeah.
just heads up play by Russ. But man, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like the Suns, especially, a lot of those dudes complain about calls, dude. When I was watching that game, I'm like, man, they complain a lot.
It's Devin Booker's a lot of it.
Yeah.
Devin Booker's a lot of it. Chris Paul does it quite a bit too.
Well,
More
and
than you'd
KD always does. KD always does, but he doesn't whine. He just follows the official.
Yeah,
He does that thing where he lurks next to the official.
He's weird, but he doesn't say a word, bro. But he'll run down right next to the official the entire time.
Yeah, and he'll just dog on the official or talk
Yeah.
to him the whole time.
I don't even know if he says a word. If he just runs by him and then just gets the ball and does some crosses somebody up,
Right.
step back 3 and then looks right back at the official. Or he plays mind games with officials, but he really doesn't say much. But it's just from watching KD play basketball for just him being in the NBA that when he's upset is when he's pacing by an official.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He's the exact I wish everybody would do that. Just go stand over there by the official that had the back call. Don't complain about it.
No, and it's a different kind of game. He's got one of those old style kind of games. You
Yeah.
know, everything about him is old school. When he plays the game, it's you get a breath of fresh air kind of if you're an old head like me. You know,
Yep.
I like KD's game. I always have. I just don't like who he is.
One of the best. Pure basketball
I don't
players.
like the burner account for Twitter. I don't like how
Yeah.
soft he is. I don't like how sensitive he is.
I think that's funny.
There's certain things about him where I'm like, bro, why are you like this? Dude, just be cool. Cause I want you to be cool. Cause if you were cool, I'd really like you a lot more, but I can't. I just can't.
What I do like
don't
is
know.
how open he is about it. He's like, yeah,
for
I
sure.
got a burner account.
For sure. And he's open about who he is.
Yeah.
He doesn't apologize for who he is either. So
Because think about it. If you were Kevin Durant and you were college from high school on just in the spotlight, and then social media could come out and now I can hide and just say what I feel. Yeah. Makes sense. But still, he's just a freak. I love KD.
yeah, I like KD's game a lot. I hated him when he went to the Warriors, but
Yeah, that was sickening, but
it is what it is, though, man. He wanted to get a ring. He got 2 of them. Got 2
he literally
MVPs.
said, he's like, I wanted to win a ring and learn how to win a ring, and I did that. It's okay, well.
Learned how.
I guess you're honest about it.
Yeah.
You're honest about it.
Yeah. So, what about these Lakers, man? Is that now they get the win over the Grizz?
Mm-hmm.
Now, is that a product of the Lakers, or is that a product of Ja going down with an injury? Because like Ja goes out with that injury, it's still a pretty close game. Now, Lakers at the end pulled away. I think it was a 15-0 run at the end to kind of pull away. I think it was like 113, 112, and then it ended up being like something like 128, 112.
Yeah, it got ugly at the end. But I mean, there was like what, 4 guys from the Lakers that scored in the 20s.
Yeah.
So still, I mean, it's not like Ja's a defensive guy, so it's not like he was going to stop that.
What do you think about these Lakers? I mean, they knock off.
I think the West is pretty wide open,
I really do.
and it's LeBron James.
Okay.
So I think there's 2 things. If Anthony Davis is healthy and tries, if he's trying
Didn't he
to
go down
win,
in that game with an injury?
I
and then
think
came
so.
back?
He came back. So if he's playing, if he's on the court and he's playing hard and wants to win, and if LeBron James is on the court, I think it's kind of, I mean, that's tough to beat.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say. No, I don't think
They won
they're
a title within the last 3 years.
That's
So
really, really hard to beat. And you got a lot of, I mean, like, who would they face next? The Kings? Kings Warriors if they win? So
it would be the Kings Warriors.
So then if,
for
I
sure.
mean, you get the Kings and the Lakers matchup. Let's say that. You got the youngest team. I mean, you got
I
one.
ain't scared of no Sacramento Queens.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to sound like that, but I mean, that's going to be tough either way. Obviously, the Kings are really young and like to run, and the Lakers are the exact opposite. But I mean,
I like Mike Brown as the coach of that team, man.
Yeah.
I like the fact that they're winning with him and that he's proving that he's not just some coach that won because of LeBron. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that is very, very true.
It's pretty cool.
He does deserve that. But I
Because the
think
Cavs brought him back for 1 year after LeBron left, and then they fired him the next year.
yeah,
didn't
just
they?
as a scapegoat.
Yeah,
that
and it
was a
like,
for sure
man,
scapegoat.
they didn't even give him another shot. They were just like, we've seen enough. You're good. Get back. Get out of here.
Lakers Kings, now I think about, would actually be a crazy matchup.
Dude, and then
That
to
would
have
be-
the
that
two
would be
California teams with the Warriors and the Kings, and then again with the Lakers and the Kings,
That could be a crazy matchup.
and then potential, like you got the Clippers.
Lakers Clippers Western Conference Finals. That's what the NBA
dude,
wants so bad.
If Paul George and Kawhi if Paul George can get healthy, and Kawhi is Kawhi, because he looked like Kawhi, dude. He looked
Yeah,
like old school Kawhi the other night.
That was impressive.
Now, if he can be that dude, they could be a tough team to beat too, man. Like,
Yeah, the Suns really are. They're in kind of a shit storm right now, especially if Kawhi is playing like that. It's kind of like a oh shit situation because now it's like what did we do?
yeah.
So
And the one team we didn't talk about, the Nuggets. What do you think? Is this the year? Is this finally the year that they put it all together?
I want to say yes, but I still don't think that. I don't.
They got so many pieces, man. But it just
Yeah.
looks like a bunch of misfit toys that like somebody's trying to put together.
And the thing is they have Jokic, Jamal Murray. I guess you can call him a superstar.
No, he's not a superstar. Stop. He's an all-star. Okay.
It's not enough. You're gonna win. It's Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
You're gonna win a lot of regular season games, but you're just not gonna get it done because it's just all Jokic. It's just all Jokic. And like
And that's
if
sad,
I were the
'cause like I
Lakers,
said, they have some other talent. They
if
got
I
some
were the
other pieces.
Lakers, I would want to play them so bad in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
Because then who's gonna guard LeBron on that team? Jokic on AD. Those two, I mean, slight edge to Jokic. Okay.
Yeah.
Who's gonna guard LeBron? Yeah. Now you have the best of
D'Lo.
all. Yeah. Now you have the best. I mean,
The fact that they added D'Lo and
He's been nice.
Hachimura's been pretty nice for him
Hachimura has been bad. D'Lo's been. He
D'Lo has
surprised
been
me.
really nice
He
for
can
that
shoot the ball.
and he's setting the table for him pretty
Yeah.
nice too.
He brings a nice like intensity and flair to
Yeah.
the team. I feel like for a guy that I wouldn't expect it from.
So I do have just a few things here before we wrap things up. I mean, it's getting close to about parting time here, but top 3 talk. Let's talk just a little bit of top 3 talk before we wrap things up here.
Let's do it.
So, with all this Bud Light bullshit going on and all these people giving up Bud Light, I wanted to talk about drinking, like food. I want to talk about food and have like a food segment.
Oh.
So what I'd like to do is do some kind of a concession cuisine, if you will, where it's kind of like we talk about whether it's, food at a concession stand or food, during a game or food at a tailgate, whatever. We'll talk about different scenarios. But for right now, I want to talk about drinking.
Gotcha.
Okay, so like, what are your top 3 drinking snacks? So you're just casually drinking and you want something to snack on.
Like at home or like at like a bar?
At a bar, at home, wherever.
So like I got like a basic fried food menu.
Yeah, or like, peanuts or chips or something like all along those lines. Like something easy to just pop in your mouth, a little poppable something.
Yep.
Like jalapeno poppers are obviously poppable. Like something that you don't have to take 2 bites of, I think is key. That's like, it's not a 2-biter. It's something you're just popping in your mouth. Drinking snack.
Popcorn.
Okay. Yes, that's definitely top tier, I think.
Popcorn, pretzels.
Ooh, yeah.
Popcorn, pretzels.
Okay.
Trying to think. Popcorn, pretzels. I like peanuts, but it gets stuck in my teeth. But I don't know. The third one kind of depends because I want to go something like mozzarella sticks or something like that, but that's more than that. But that's also not really like casual food. Like that's like you're out to eat somewhere.
Well, I mean,
maybe
be
peanuts.
At a bar,
yeah, you could be at a bar. I don't know. Also, like chips and salsa is always good sometimes too.
Yeah. Okay.
Like out at a park or something. I don't know.
I like those.
Chips and salsa, pretzels, and what was my first one? Popcorn. Yeah, popcorn.
I like
for
that.
Sure.
Very
Popcorn,
solid.
1 and 2 are for sure. 3 in the moment right now, chips and salsa. You could probably sway me something on 3 though.
Okay.
But 1 and 2 are pretty solid.
For a guy who doesn't like nachos, chips and salsa. Okay, all right.
Nachos are child's food. Nachos are fucking. Don't get me started on that, boat.
Greggy, you got a top 3 drinking snacks? What do you like to snack on while you're drinking?
Nachos.
Man, when I'm drinking, it's all the same pretty much. Just give me something that's like meat, like chicken, pizza, barbecue, hamburgers. I don't care. If it's greasy, it's going in my mouth.
Yeah.
Like, I really don't have even a thought process to that. But I like melted cheese. Let's just go with that. I love melted cheese.
Okay, all right. I like that.
Interesting.
I like that. So like pretzel bites would be a good one.
Cheese curds, man. You know
Cheese
cheese
curds.
Bro, the pretzel bites from Big Mike's. Oh my God.
You know who else has really good pretzel bites?
Madison Street.
Oh yeah, for sure. But Culver's.
Oh yes, dude. With the salt on it.
Dude.
Oh my God.
And they're like little pretzel balls.
Dude, when we used to do this show every week, we used to talk about Culver's every freaking week. We're not getting back on this Culver's train.
Totally get back on Culver's trend.
Because
now we're going to
Culver's
drunk food.
is so good.
Now we're going to drunk food. What do you, when you're smashed and you're looking to smash, like I'm talking like obliterated and like, all right, I gotta get some food in me before I go to bed. I gotta get something to eat.
Shit.
It's like 3 a.m. and it's like, all right, you got options. It's Denny's, it's like Taco Bell, or it's like, those kind of options, but also at home. Like, all right, I'm gonna go home and throw some pizza rolls in the oven, or I'm gonna go home and make myself some kind of a crazy drunk sandwich or something. Like,
got you.
Those kind of, I'm smashed. I'm looking to smash.
Got you. Okay, so if I'm going out, like if I'm like got a DD after the bars, let's go get something to eat. It is number 1, Taco Bell. That is up for no debate. Taco Bell is the best drunk food there is. 2 would have to. I mean, there's really only 2 places open.
What do you go to when you're drunk at Taco Bell? What's your like?
Oh, the same order I get every time.
I gotta go to Taco Bell.
Except usually when I'm drunk, I'm more lenient, so I'll get my dog like Fiesta potato. So that's the only thing I could change.
Okay.
Just because I don't want her like all up in my shit while I'm eating.
Don't you be in my stuff. Eat your own.
Yeah,
you got your own.
Give her some Fiesta potatoes. She'll handle herself while I just devour.
That's cool. All right. So, anything else other than Taco Bell? What else?
Oh man, if I'm out drunk, Denny's used to be the move,
I haven't been to Denny's in
but
almost a
yeah,
decade.
I couldn't tell you the last time I was there. I know, back before when I wasn't 21, that would always be the place to go. Because you could see the drunk people, you wouldn't actually be drunk, but you could see the drunk people. So I've spent my time at Denny's.
You wouldn't actually be drunk or
No,
anything.
you would see the drunk people, whether that was in the mirror or like across the hall. You would see the drunk people. So Denny's, but it never really did it for me. I don't know. Pizza, actually, the bagel buggy when it's out.
Ooh, that's
That
clutch.
is the best drunk food there is because it just sobers you up, and the bread from the bagel just soaks up all the alcohol.
Oh yeah.
Zero chance of puking after that.
Okay.
Zero chance.
All right, I like that. Have you seen the new guy in town? This Double D's guy with the food cart.
Dude, I see him at the only time I
random
see
spots.
that, and it's right after I eat. I will be driving downtown. I'm like, I don't know what I want. Let me just go to Clover, get a beer and something to eat real quick. Not pull out a Clover. That dude's standing right there. I'm like, bro, make a Facebook page, something. I want to know.
He does have a
I
Facebook
see him
page.
everywhere, but I just never know when and where. That's all I need to know is when and where.
Yeah, he makes pretty good food, man. Honestly, he's got some really good street tacos. His steak and cheese sub is phenomenal. I haven't had a whole lot else, but he makes a really good steak and cheese sub. It's not like your traditional steak where it's like the real thinly sliced. He actually takes a ribeye out and cuts it up into chunks in front of you.
No shit.
And then grills it on the grill.
Decently priced?
Oh yeah, it's decent. It's $12 for a Philly sub. Yeah, it's legit.
Bro, see that?
And he does ham and bean soup stuff. He does home style cooking stuff. Yeah, for sure. I follow him on Facebook, so every night I'm like, man, I should have got that tonight. Man, he's right down the street. Man, we should have went there. It's just like you said. Usually,
Dude.
I'll see the post right after I eat, and it's like,
or as I'm driving home with it, I'll see him pick up Hunan. Oh, about to turn down the street. There's that guy. Motherfucker.
Greggy, you got any favorite drunk food? Like when you're really drunk and you want to get something to food, you get something to eat.
Usually, if I'm really drunk, I ain't even trying to go nowhere. So you're just hoping that number one, the pizza place is open, man.
Right.
That's
Facts.
always
Yes.
been. Me and Tom would be at the bar. Bar ain't even closed yet. Tom would be dialing up. Yeah, I need to order a Ninja Turtle pizza. Yeah.
Oh, Tommy does that for the bar too, because he does that when he's leaving a broadcast too.
You say it'll be ready in about 30 minutes. Well, the bar closes in 40, so go ahead and make it 40 minutes, okay?
Yeah, Tommy will go to break before we go to the post game show, and he's off to the side. Yeah, I need a small calzone with dinner salad and Diet Coke. I'm kidding. He's a regular Coke guy, not Diet.
Diet Coke
It's
is
disgusting.
Good. What?
The
Diet
Diet Coke's
Coke?
so gross.
You're
People like it
crazy,
because it has
bro.
a lot of caffeine in it. It's like
fire.
I really do think people like it because of the caffeine content.
Some people like it because some weirdos are addicted to aspartame, and that's all it is. You guys just crave that in your mouth. You don't even care what it tastes like. It ain't even the pop. It's just the fake sugar that you guys love. You don't
like,
even know
wow.
it. Donald
And
Trump
what?
Jr.'s, that's what it is. You see
Donald
that guy?
Trump Jr.
Yeah.
What is this
He only
about?
drinks Diet Coke.
What is this
We did
about?
not go there.
What is this about? Diet Coke?
Yeah.
I like Diet Coke.
Yeah, I know. I'm calling you a weirdo. It's disgusting.
Well, what's wrong with that? I thought we were on the same team there for a second. I didn't realize
Joey's
you were
like,
on
I didn't
Team
know what we were
Psycho.
doing. Like,
Do I look like I'm on Team Diet anything, Joey?
Bro, there is nothing. The only thing, Diet Coke out of the can is so delicious. The
Oh,
only
you
thi-
mean Diet Foam? When you try to
No,
drink it, it just
shut
turns
up,
the
Greg.
foam in your mouth.
Diet. The only thing better than Diet Coke out of a can is Mountain Dew out of a can on a hot summer day.
I don't know, man. Mountain Dew
I love
out
me
of a
some Mountain
can
Dew.
when it's ice cold
It's
is
so
that's
good.
killer.
It's so
that's Really
good.
killer. I really like Livewire Mountain Dew in a can.
Yeah,
it's really cold.
Straight up, just that old school Mountain Dew.
I'm a Pepsi guy though, dude.
I know you are.
really
I have
love Pepsi out of
Pepsi's
a can when it's
been-
really cold.
Yeah,
But I have to be eating food. Like I can't drink Pepsi on an empty stomach. I can't do it. I have to be eating. It's like a good thing to eat food with. Like or drink with your food, but it's like I'm not really into just drinking Pepsi. Just to drink Pepsi. I don't know. It's just not doesn't sit right for whatever reason. Now, when you're hungover, next morning, you're looking for something that's like, oh my God, I gotta get something in my gut. I gotta soak up this whatever's in there. Like, what do you go for?
You want the order right now, right here?
Yep.
Walk into GW's, order yourself a small mess rye toast, wait 10 minutes, eat that, throw some hot sauce, salt and pepper on it, cut it up, eat the whole thing, straight for the day. Straight for the whole day.
I like it.
Whole day.
I like it.
Don't even need to eat again.
See, I usually do the CFS. That country fried steak.
Yeah,
Oh
bro.
my God.
I love a good country fried steak.
And G-Dubs does it so good.
And that's
for breakfast,
that's the
you get that
thing,
with the
bro.
home fries. And I tell them, hey, go ahead and take that gravy that you put on that country steak and just go right over the home fries too with it. Just all over everything. Just over the whole plate even. Like, I don't care. Just put it on everything.
The thing about things like that is if I have something that I like and I know I'll like it a lot, is I'll get addicted to it. And I'll get it like till I don't want it anymore. And a country fried steak is just not something I can do that with. Because my cholesterol will be through the roof, bro. Because
I don't do it very often, that's for sure.
There's very few breakfast foods I love in the world more than country fried steak. And I don't care what you say. That, oh my God, dude. Country fried steak with sausage gravy.
Dude, you can't beat it. There's nothing on this planet.
You can give me all the light, fluffy pancakes, French toast, bro, but you put a hearty, fucking hot country fried steak that's crispy with the gravy on top.
Give me the edges.
Oh my God!
Like put the gravy on top, but I want the edges exposed.
Yeah,
like I want some crispiness on them edges. So, oh God, yes.
Kind of pull up in the middle, so the middle's softer. Oh my God,
that's my go-to for hangover foods. Greg, you got a go-to when you're hungover?
I want a country fried steak.
You go to McDonald's for that sausage gravy biscuits?
I love me some sausage gravy biscuits for sure.
Dude.
But I tell you what I have to have, and this might sound weird to some people, but I got to have some milk.
Okay.
Really?
I would just sit there and drink milk all morning, man.
That's
it's
interesting.
Just so good. Oh, so
Now-
good and tasty. Feels good on my belly.
I had a roommate that literally, if he drank, he could not drink milk at all. Otherwise, he would throw up. Like,
Interesting.
Yeah, you don't want to drink
Even
it too
the next
close
day.
after. You want to definitely wait till you're hungover the next day. If you ain't through the night and you're just sitting there in the middle of the night and you're like, I'm going to drink some milk, that's not a good idea.
That's
Not a good
that's weird.
Well, I learned that on my 27th birthday. I was drinking, we drank a fifth of Crown and we were drinking Budweisers and just hanging out at the apartment. And then we went out to the bar and we were like, all right, let's go have some fun. Do a little pregame and beforehand, we get out to the bar. My buddy's like, let me buy you a drink. What are you drinking? Oh, White Russian. All right, cool. Hell yeah. I'll take one of those. Bro, I took the first drink. It was so good. It was so good that I slugged the whole thing.
You got duped,
and then
my
the
friend.
next thing I know, dude, it was like, bro, okay, this is really not a good idea.
You got duped. Straight duped into that.
You know that
one.
big planter outside of Madison Street? That big stone planter? Yeah, I used that like a toilet. It was like, but yeah.
Greggy, you like the sausage biscuits and gravy from Mickey D's?
Oh, yeah, that's one of my favorites.
Really?
I think the only thing better than that is the one from Hardee's.
Oh my good Lord,
so-
yes. The
I haven't
Hardee's
tried it from there
sausage
yet.
gravy is so good. Their biscuits are phenomenal.
Really?
Oh my God, it's ridiculous.
I wanted to try. I've been on this kick of getting the big breakfast with hotcakes from McDonald's. It's such a great deal.
Yeah.
It's
You got to get
That
it
is
with
all
the
kinds of food
hotcakes.
for that much. Like, that's
an
ridiculous.
insane deal.
You got to get it with the hotcakes though, because
And it's
the
like
big
$6.
breakfast.
It's like $6.
The big breakfast is just a disassembled sandwich. That's all it is. So don't do that. You have to get it with the
Get the
hotcakes.
hotcakes.
Yes, for sure. But that with the hotcakes, like you said, it's a crazy good deal.
It's like $6.
Yeah.
It's nuts. Absolutely
Now, I
nuts.
want the big breakfast with hotcakes, but I want sausage gravy on my biscuit. Like, can we do that? McDonald's, can we make that a thing? Like, just
I think
make
you
it
can
all.
do
Yeah,
that.
you just got to order both of them.
Yeah.
I don't want to order. You just put it in the thing with
then
it.
you-
Like just
You gotta pull out the phone at the drive-thru to make it look like you're reading off somebody else's order.
Yeah,
but really it's just yours.
And then I also need.
They wanted sausage biscuits gravy with that.
Oh, really, guys? You want me to order that too? Jeez. Okay.
It's like when the Chinese place brings you 6 chopsticks. There's only 2 of you. You're like, oh man,
Come on,
now
bro.
I just feel bad.
I just wanted a lot of everything. I just wanted to try it all.
And that's the thing. I think a lot of us do that when you go different places. It's like I want to try everything, so you get a lot of everything.
Yeah, I have an
or
issue
a little
when
of everything.
When I go out of town and eat somewhere, I got a problem with doing that.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, well, I'm not going to take this back with me now. It's like, it was good.
Sometimes I will though.
If
I'll be
it's like legit,
if we're going back to the B&B, this might be a good little midnight snack later.
Yeah.
You know, like that's what we did when we went to Cleveland. It was like we left this place and we stopped at the cookie shop. It was right outside of where we were at, and we just took the cookies back with us.
Oh,
when we were
that's
done.
easy
It's like,
then.
shit, that was easy.
That's easy.
But it's a lot different than food. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously. But other than that, I did have a couple other things. We do have a makeup date for the broadcast. We were supposed to. We were scheduled to broadcast Columbian and Clyde tonight. Obviously, the weather did not allow it. They canceled that game earlier today. The makeup game is tomorrow, so we'll be on the call for that. I will be on the call for that. It'll be myself and Austin Rodriguez down there at the field. Just the 2 of us.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun down there for the Clyde and Columbian baseball game, and then we have, fingers crossed, hopefully, as I look at the weather report, it's like, ooh, it doesn't look very good. But Saturday is the doubleheader for Columbian and Fremont Ross.
That'll be so much fun.
And I got you and Aaron on that.
Yes.
one. You guys good for that?
Yes.
Nice. I'm pretty excited
Stoked
about
for
that.
that.
So I hope they end up playing that game, those games on Saturday. But the weather forecast right now doesn't look too good.
Yeah, not great.
But we'll just play it as it goes, you know. Once again, I want to thank our sponsors, Seitz Financial Services and Culligan Water, for helping us out with the broadcast. Also, keep your eyes peeled as we're talking about bringing that food tour back with Mulling It Over. I want to bring back a segment where it's just me going around to different restaurants in town and highlighting their food items, like we did with we did it at TJ Willie's. We did one at Extra Mexican Restaurant. I know that I talked with Bill Alford about doing one for one of his smokes. He's doing a smoke this Saturday. Maybe I might talk to him about possibly doing a little collaboration on that and see if we can come up with a cool little video for that. I think that'd be fun. But that has yet to actually happen at all. It's just something I was just kind of brainstorming. So either way, we're trying to bring that food tour back. So if you have any destinations that you want to see us go to, shoot it in the comments, shoot me a message. Tell me, like, I would love to go where you want me to go. That's the whole key. We're trying to highlight these different Tiffin area businesses. Obviously, we start out with our own sponsors, but I'm willing to go anywhere. And anywhere, it doesn't have to be in Tiffin. It can be anywhere within the Seneca County area, even a little bit outside of Seneca County. If you've got a spot that's like a hole in the wall and it's one of your favorites and you think you just want to share it with the world and you're like, I think this place needs more promotion, needs more notoriety, let me know. I'd love to get out there and help these places out if we can and just highlight them a little.
Let's do it.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds awesome.
So other than that, I ain't got nothing else. Joey, you got anything?
Nothing else, my friend.
All right, Greggy, once again, thank you for your wizardry.
Yes,
Keeping
sir.
us looking cool today. He didn't even make Joey green one time.
Not once.
Not one time.
Guardians doubleheader against the Tigers tomorrow.
Yes.
That'll be fun.
After the postponement today, Guardians
sir.
back at it tomorrow. Doubleheader against the Tigers. Is what's his name still scheduled to go then?
I think so.
What's his name?
I don't know who's supposed to pitch today.
Yeah, the big
Who was?
guy. The big guy that sucks.
That
The one that started game 2, I think.
Gaddis?
Yeah, Gaddis.
No, he just pitched when we got lit up by the Yankees. Wait,
Well, he was scheduled to start today.
so maybe he is then. Yeah, he definitely is pitching then.
All right.
That's great.
Yeah,
So bet the
either way.
over in that game and bet against the Tribe because he's terrible.
Once again, check out the Miles for Mutts fundraiser. You can find the group on Facebook, Miles for Mutts. Eric Hall's doing a great job with that.
Yes, sir.
We will be on the pedal bike this Wednesday. Thank God he picked Wednesday and not today.
It's the nicest looking day there
It's
is.
looking like a pretty nice day this Wednesday. So we'll be doing that this Wednesday, and keep your eyes peeled for the video for that. It'll probably be coming to you sometime in the next week or two. But that's going to do it. For Greg Kinn, Eric Hall, and Joey Krajewski,
Yes,
I'm
sir.
Nate Mullins signing off. This has been the Pulse Podcast here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Have a good night, everybody.